It's Monday, and that means it's all about me. I try. And one thing I love to cherish, on Mondays especially, is solitude. Like, get the fuck away. Not everyone needs as much solitude as everyone else, and we use it different ways. That's cool. Tell me how you use yours in the comment section. For me, solitude's about recharging, recentering, and realigning. Because the way the world is kind of structured in, Chicago, Midwestern America, is not as conducive to how I go about my days. So solitude, though, it's more than just doing yoga. It's more than just prayer and like doing walks in nature, because I do that on other days already. It's actually about being in complete control of a time and space. And it's not all of Monday. It's certainly not all of, sometimes I'll have my dog with me or my husband with me still, so it's not complete pure solitude, but there are times when I do need that. See, I mentioned control, and that's kind of what I've tumbled around to when I've thought about why do I need so much solitude sometimes. And I mentioned control, and I'm going to talk about that is how it relates to my past and how it relates to my relationship with the world around me. When I was younger, and maybe you experienced something like this too, my childhood was very monitored. Being more neurodivergent, being kind of like a weird kid. I didn't do things the same way as other kids, I guess. But what that meant is my bedroom door and the bathroom door were like not allowed to be fully closed. So like I get this sense of like, oh, I don't get privacy like Leanne, like my siblings, forgive me, my siblings get to experience. That's frustrating. So that privacy as an adult, that need for privacy now has become like I need solitude actually. Like don't you dare come in without knocking that door, and don't you dare then wait open it till I say yes, please come in. Yeah. I'm like that. I'm that grouchy old man now. Already. Age 37. So that's how I now experience solitude, and as like a way to like have control over time and space. And I mentioned not just solitude in relation to, or control, forgive me, in relation to my past, but also to like here and now. Like for instance, when I go to work, when I go to a bar or cafe, when we go to a restaurant, when we go to a park, etc. Every time you have to kind of be in those spaces, you have to be in a compromise of how you behave with like others, and compromise of like how you dress, what volume you speak, maybe what words you say, things like this. And maybe like you're supposed to be shaven or bathed before that, and then obviously like when these aren't followed, people, the social script isn't being followed. We can make statements to one another, or we feel some type of way about it. So I try to be as live and let live in my way of being. I'm a white dude. I live on the south side and south of White Sox Stadium, in fact. So a lot of times people think I'm out of place when they see me, even in my own neighborhood. And what happens is, when I then go to places with people that look like me, they'll assume that I think like them. And what that means is, I hear a lot of MAGA talk, I hear a lot of Republican speak, I hear a lot of like racist stuff, homophobic stuff, xenophobic stuff, transphobic stuff, just because they think that if I look like them, I think like them. And it's awkward because like I try to wear like jewelry and like colorful attire to be like I'm rainbow tastic and fashion taste and all that, but I don't know, people will still see like a white dude. So I try to like in most spaces then not exert a lot of control or like public displays because I feel like it's like it attracts negative attention. So like unless it's necessary, unless it's asked for, like unless I need to do CPR because I know how to, that's how to stick to myself to let that relinquish a lot of control therefore in public spaces, and that drains me quick. So then on these days when I get to be alone and shut the door and keep it shut, play my music, dress how I want, whatever, I get that solitude, I have that control. That helps me bounce back faster, I see, I notice, from all that erosion, I almost would describe it. The erosion from trying to fit in to the world around me as I go out in it. So for me, Monday, solitude means control. What about you?